So there are a couple of tools that I want to show you that I think can be helpful. This is called a BCG matrix, Boston Consulting Group matrix. It's something that helps you look at the various products and services that a company owns, and you can look and say, where is their relative market share high or low, and where is their growth in that product line high or low. And so you can think of most of Harley's product lines as big motorcycles. Over here, they've got high market share, and particularly in North America, and low potential for growth. Actually, that same product line in another part of the world, such as Australia, Japan, may both be low market share and high potential for growth. So they got a little bit of a problem child or question mark if they can figure out how to begin to gain better market share. And then some of the newer products that your company might have or that Tesla might have might fit into high. They have relative high market share in electric vehicles, for example, and there's high potential for market growth in electric vehicles if we were talking Tesla. Finally, some things could be listed as a dog, and those would be areas that we probably want to shed or get rid of unless we're going to make more investment in, because we don't currently have much market share and we don't see a future or a significant potential for growth in that area. So this BCG matrix, Boston Consulting Group matrix, is a common tool, and it's something that you may use to think about where the products and services of a company are, and just encourage you to try using some of the tools. You must build a business model canvas, BMC. And this is what the canvas includes: key partners, key activities, key resources, the value proposition that you're making, the kind of relationships that you have with customers, the channels that you use to reach those customers, the different segments or target groups that you have in customers. Usually you have 2, 3, 4 different customers. So you can have middle-aged riders of big bikes who are experienced. You can have new riders as a group. You can have female riders as a group. Cost structure down at the bottom. How do we operate, and what streamlines our business model to incur or decrease expense? And then what are our revenue streams? And you may recall from Harley, one of their revenue streams is their Harley financing. And so financing the sale of their product either through to the retailer or on through to the customer, the consumer, is a key revenue stream for them, where they're getting that payment with some sort of interest rate tied to it, and it makes the likelihood of purchasing a Harley, which is a pretty big investment in terms of a motorcycle, more affordable to the majority of their customers. You will see here the questions that you can try and respond to complete this. If you go online, you'll find lots of examples of completed ones. And so here's the next slide, last slide I'm going to go over, is just an example of one filled out for a specific company, actually by a student on Netflix. By the way, this is dated enough that it's not even actually the business model that Netflix currently uses. I could build 3 of these canvases just off of the models that Netflix has had in its 20-ish years of history, where originally they were DVD sales, and then they moved to primarily streaming. And in that, even there was a second one where they moved from digital platforms to being able to be streamed on mobile devices, where many of us will watch some of our Netflix now. So that was a slight adaptation. But the third major one is where they went from being content purchasers to content creators, where today a lot of what you watch on Netflix, rather than being created and originally shown on a different venue, may have been built by Netflix production studios, a Netflix film, a Netflix video series or TV series. And so they become content creators in that third business model. You should have two of these when you're done. One that shows the picture of your company today, and one that is very similar but highlights what you are recommending as a change or variation to their business model based on all the research and work you're done, the pitch that you're making to the company to change and adapt to continue to be successful or even more successful in the future. So please make sure you develop your first current business model. That's the reality today, and hopefully this will help you do so. You can always look online for other examples. I'd even look for an example of your company. Then you probably have to do some updating to it, to be honest, but it's a good starting point for you if you can find one. All right, take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you in person as well, or at least on the screen.